TV.
Morning at NTV. Creative minds drive the world in this century. Are we up at the level of creation and creativity as well as motivation is another question. Now, to bring this conversation to context with me, I have my friend. This is David Ogutu, the founder of Kafunda Creative. We need to understand how we're going to overcome this issue. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Chamagar. How are you?
It feels good to have you here, and I can see the whole of you. Because we used to see just the head. Now we have the whole of Ogutu.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I've been good. I've been all right. How have you been?
Let's talk about creative. Clarify for us the need for motivation of having a creative mind.
Everything, like creativity encompasses everything that we do. There's no aspect of this life where you will touch, where the need for you to create something is not there, or the need for creative support.
Yes.
I mean, you normally, we grew up in an era where our parents were saying, you know what, if you're doing creative courses, then,
Yes.
you know,
But they were not
or
creative.
the useless, or you know, other people say, you know what, these people who are doing arts, you know, but if you think about it, for example, if you know Uganda was able to develop a COVID vaccine today, you know, I mean, we have faith in our scientists. They're doing the work.
Oh, yes.
But the responsibility after that vaccine has been produced would then be to creatives to communicate and package that vaccine and make sure people take it.
Yes.
And therefore there is no reality in which creative thinking and creative execution is not important. And that's why at Kafunda we have purpose to say, you know, we want to skill, to tool, and to grow top creative talent, and then find a way of connecting that creative talent to valuable work, to the people who need this, to the people who are creating all these products and vaccines and all these things.
So if I'm a youthful and I'm one of those who think I'm creative, when do I know that I'm creative?
I think
That's the motivation of
when do you know, I think we all have our own niche of creative. It's just about nurturing that niche with the technical skills
Segedinja
that
is
drive
creative.
it. Segedinja is creative.
Very creative,
He's creative. It's
Yes.
just about nurturing that skill with the technical ability to drive that. You see, and a lot of us. So, for example, there are people who have an eye for beautiful interiors, for example. They have never gone to school, but they just know that if I put this picture here, it's going to look a certain type of way.
Yeah.
And what's left with that person then just tell, okay, you know what, let's teach you a bit of color theory here and there to push them over the board. So we
understand that.
we all have a board. The first thing is about, okay, how do I find my niche and my creative niche as an individual?
That's what
Exactly, and that involves a lot of things. It involves one, a self-searching journey. You know, look inside you. Look at the things that come easily and naturally to you. We all have those, and then you start figuring out, okay, how do I nurture these things? What technical skills do I need to learn in order to grow this creative skill?
Mean merchandising the arts?
Yes, I mean that's a certain level of growth, you know. But I mean, there's just, okay, let me get the skill, right? That is one thing. Let me learn the science of how these things work. So if I'm trying to be a photographer, you know, what does the rule of thirds mean? You know, what does perspective work like?
Rule of thirds. I was just answering that question the other day when I was doing my exams.
Yeah. What does color look like? All those things. So when you've learned, that's one level of growth. Then the second level of growth, you're saying, okay, fine, now that I know these things and I have the technical aspects to advance these things, what does the commercialization of this practice look like, if that's where you want to take it? What are the skills I need to commercialize this? And that's why we are at Kafunda, we're doing something called the Creative Sprint. You know, starting this Thursday, an absolutely free event.
Okay.
And the idea is, we realize there are a lot of people who have developed the technical skills to create, but they don't have the business skills to go with the creating. And you find a lot of times people either don't want to work with creatives because we can't communicate properly, or, you know, we don't know how to develop portfolios for ourselves, and don't know how to put ourselves out there. And what the Creative Sprint is doing is that it's getting top creative talent, people who have done this for a long time. You know, people like Colin Asimwe, who is the marketing manager at MultiChoice. People like Charity, who, you know, is a Capital Marketing Institute affiliate, and you know, she also, you know, runs regional markets for EcoBank. You know, we have people like Tom the Myth Mayanja, who is a rapper, but also, you know, because he knows business, because he has managed to succeed from that. And therefore, we're getting all these people and saying, look, come and learn from these people and learn the skills that are required for you to move it from just a craft to something that's actually making you money.
How do I commercialize it? All right,
Yes.
so when is this happening?
So this is happening starting this Thursday.
Okay.
So Thursday, Saturday, it's a 3-day thing. It's happening at Motive. Motive is this really cool space which they have set up.
Where
Motive
is
Uganda is in industrial area. Industrial area. How do I just National Water?
National Water sewage.
Yes, our opposite National Water. Yes, our. Just yeah. So Motive is a space that was set up to give creatives the tools to be able to create. So they have a media space, they have a tailoring space, they have all these things that creatives can take advantage of to be able to advance their career. So we're very glad that they have partnered with us and given us the space to be able to run this. It's going to be happening Thursday to Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. So you have an opportunity to go and do your work in the morning and come and join us in the afternoon. And it's absolutely free of charge. Absolutely free of charge.
At times when things come around,
yeah,
it gets complex. I would be a parent that I want to amplify the talent of my kid. I see he or she is quite creative.
Yeah.
But I'm not so sure how best to bring this to life.
Yeah.
Does Kafunda still do that?
Yeah, so Kafunda, yes, Kafunda, what we do for starters is, one, we run programs like Creative Sprint. Okay. So the whole of last year we're writing something. When COVID happened, we started a project called Creative Clinics. And Creative Clinics were getting all these people who have succeeded in their creative field to be able to teach practical skills on how people can do this stuff. And this year we're doing, Creative Sprint, we have Creative Clinics coming up, and a lot of other stuff, programmed for that. So yes, we offer the opportunity for people to be skilled in that aspect. The other thing we do is offer information. So if you go to our website, which is kafundacreative.com, you'll find that very, very regularly, at least once a week, we offer a tidbit of information on how you can advance your creativity. The first thing, like for any creative listening, for your son who is saying, well, you know what, like I've been messing around with the camera, I like it, or I've been doing this.
Here in Uganda is Mbasanga. Well, where can I go
and
find it?
So the simple thing is, first of all, go to kafundacreative.com/I am creative. Kafunda Creative is Kafunda with a K and creative with a K.
Okay.
.com/I am creative. You just fill in a form so we can get your data on this end. And then we can invite you for a lot of these things that we're doing because we have your information. Nice. But the other thing that we do is that if you fill in the form and you leave us a brief portfolio of your work, one of the things that I talked about earlier is that we connect creatives to valuable work.
Yes.
So we're building the biggest network of freelance creatives in this country, starting with this country and in Africa.
Wow.
And the idea is, a lot of times you're looking for a creative, you're looking for a photographer, but you don't know where to go. All the photographers you've worked with are not...
The biggest people who are very rare are graphical designers.
Yes, so we have lots of graphic designers, we have animators, we have cinematographers, we have illustrators, and all you have to do now, you as Chamagero, you just go to kafundacreative.com/post a job, you tell us what you want, we connect you with the right creative, we manage that project to make sure that you get your work on time and on brief, so you're not worried about all these things, because you are dealing with a proper setup of a company and not an individual. And for creatives, we offer you that kind of buffer and that kind of protection, and we open you up to an entire marketplace of people who want to access your services. So you get paid. You get paid your fee. So when we put up a job, you bid for the job and say, I will do this job for this amount of money. And all we do as Kafunda Creative is just take a management commission of that job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is a conversation with David Ogo to hear from Kafunda Creative. So this is starting tomorrow?
Starting tomorrow all through to Saturday.
That is Thursday, Friday,
Saturday, yes.
Wow.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's happening at Motive. It is free of charge. Just please go to our website. You'll see a link for Creative Sprint on the menu. Please just sign up.
So what happens after this sprint? What comes after?
So what comes after this sprint so after the sprint we have a series of clinics. But what comes after this sprint is that we want to say, okay, I've signed up to Kafunda Creative, I've had this sprint. We shall continue skilling you. We shall continue offering you information. But the other thing we're doing with this sprint is after you have been taught, we're going to give you actual tools. So for example, if we teach you about money and how to manage it and how to invoice and how to price, we give you an actual toolkit that you can take home that will help you start your business faster.
Nice.
You know, so we're not just coming and talking, we're saying how do we give you that, but also we're giving you a chance, because the toolkit is just one step of the way. But Kafunda Creative does this stuff for you. We do your administration for you, we do your finance for you, we do, because all you have to worry about is creating. So if you're in that place where you're like, you know what, I don't want to bother with these toolkits, and what, just sign up to Kafunda Creative.
Let me do that.
Let us do the work and let you just, you know, enjoy the create. Because sometimes, you know, doing the business of things can take the joy out of things sometimes. Yeah. And so
creatives don't want to get so much into figures and how things
yeah, but it's
work.
important to understand them. Even if you're not going to do them actively, it's important to understand how they work, so that you don't have people in your business who are coming in and how they work and ruining your business. People who are communicating to your clients badly, people who are not invoicing properly. But also you need things. So one of the things we're thinking about is strategy for scale. So and Colin Asimo is doing a talk on that. How do you move from 1 client to 10 clients to 20 clients? And as you're growing like that, how do you manage that? You're moving from being a single creative to being a studio, you know. How do you manage that? So that's some of the stuff that we are teaching at this creative studio, which is going to be absolutely exciting. So no one should miss it.
It's going to be at Motiva. Butu David here from Kafunda Creative. Be a part of that. I, for one, I'll get time and I'll get there because I need to learn for my own Muntu initiative. Oh, we'll take a break for now. It's still morning at NTV. And when we come back, my colleague Ivan Kamana Walunyolo in Entebbe will be talking to Matia Luanga, the current winner of the LC5 elect in Wakiso district, about a few dynamics in the politics of Wakiso and Entebbe. Good morning.
You're watching Morning at NTV.
Yellow, how are you? Tell me, how do you do?
We're here to show some appreciation for the things you do.
Thank you for today, and thank you for tomorrow. Thank you for every time and everywhere you go. We love you so, and we enjoy life with you. We are happy, happy, happy to know that we will go with you. That's why we say
Thank you for choosing MTN. Use MTN Mobile Money, bundles or other services to get Thank You points. The more you use, the more Thank You points you get. We look forward to many more years together. Thank you. Lafarge Hima Cement shall be addressing the issue of paddy this Wednesday, 17th February 2021, in a press conference at their offices in Namambe Industries Park, starting at 11 a.m. We shall relay it live on NTV.
You're watching Morning at NTV.
Morning at NTV. We are live from Kampala's Swene Conference Center. Mandru Chama Gero Muntu Awansi. Now, Ivan Kamana Walunyolo, I understand you're in Entebbe with a Matia Luanga, the LC5 elect of Wakiso district, but I understand there are equally other dynamics of making Wakiso another city. So how is it going to go into this juxtaposition?
From Namolanda, this is generally Wakiso district. I am speaking to the man who is synonymous with fighting environmental degradation. Matia Luanga Bwanika has retained the LC5 chairperson seat for Wakiso district generally, and he is the man joining me on Morning at NTV this beautiful morning. Chairperson, welcome with me on Morning at NTV.
Thank you very much.
Chairperson, you are synonymous with the fighting environmental degraders. And is that still a problem or a challenge?
A very big one. In fact, I feel challenged more that people would like to portray it as my individual fight. But I was just, I'm still acting as a whistleblower, that environmental degradation is not an effect to an individual, it's not an effect to a district or a parish, it is a global effect. So I was trying to act as a whistleblower that each one of us wakes up and join me and join the powers that be to stop that vice. Of course, I've not seen the response as I would have suggested or as I would have wanted, but the problem is still going on. And in fact, I don't know whether people are aware that those who are degrading the environment are very powerful. For instance, in Nangombe here in Kasanje, it has been and it is still Sodo. Do you call him Sodo? This is Geoffrey Neviona. In fact, I was wondering and I was